Hello everyone. So this is a bit of a bonus video because it's basically not supposed to be posted today or anything like this, but the procedural fans is done. So remember, I was supposed to post in a weekend the whole Neosine tutorial, and also I did promise that the procedural fans will be done by the end of this week. And it is done. And sorry for not posting, sorry for not being, a little more active, but it was because I was on a trip, and also I had to work a little more on this tool because, as I said, I did come up with a new little thing, a new geometrical node, if you want, that will do a little more stuff. So let's actually get a little bit into it. So let me actually open a Blender file, because this is what you guys will have to do after you get the file. So I will be honest, I don't really know how this works. So I will need your cooperation on this. So if you actually get the tool, please actually tell me if anything's wrong and if you have any questions. Because again, this is the first time I'm doing something like this, so I kind of need the feedback to know if everything is okay. So with all this being said, basically what you need to do is this. You will get the file from Sketchfab, which should, in theory at least, be a zip folder that will contain the folder with all the textures that I created for these three fences. Also, the library asset, which is all the planks and metal rods and stuff like that that I created for this. And also, you should have the file where you can actually get the geometrical node from. So here's how this goes. You open a new Blender file just like we did. And basically what you will do is you will come over here, get a Bezier curve or whatever curve you want really, because it doesn't matter, because you will delete it. Create the curve however you want. And then nothing really happens. And if you go to modifier and geometry nodes, nothing happens either. So by the way, if you don't know how we've created this, there's actually a tutorial on how to do this. I will put the link in the description of this video, but hopefully this is more than enough for you. Again, this is just an explanation on how to use the tool. So what you gotta do is actually go to File, Append, and go to where the blend file is. Alright, so the name of the folder should still be complete back fence free, and you shall double click on this blend file, and all you need from here is actually the node tree. So you go in the node tree, and the fence and the logarithmic fence are the ones you want. These two are actually just some files I was playing in. It's basically the fence but different. It's not good, but you can actually look at them if you want so. But these two are the ones you have to get. Alright, and we have them. And what happens after you have them? Well, now they're actually here. Oh, apparently I selected all of them. It doesn't matter. Let's get a fence. And this is what you'll get. These are the support planks in the back, if you remember from the tutorial. And how we have to go about it is actually we can choose the collection from where it will choose, the object they're gonna instance. And that's where the library asset will actually show up, right? So what you gotta do, again, is go to Edit, go to Preferences, and you will need to get to File Path and Asset Libraries. And because most probably you will not have this, you will need to add the new asset library and actually get the complete back fence. So get into this folder and actually just press on Add Asset Library, and it should work afterwards. And what you will have to do is get a new screen right like this, and go to the asset browser and actually go to complete back fence free, and you should see all of these stuff, right? So you can actually get all of them. I don't actually know if it works. Oh, it does work like that. Dang. No, it didn't. My bad. Okay, so yeah, there's one downfall to this. You'll have to drag each and one of them. Well, let's actually go for one plank and see how this works. All right, so we got the plank. That's all fine and dandy. Let's actually create a collection for it. So just call it normal plank. Okay. And basically, let me actually just click off from that one. You will get this plank and put it in the into the collection. And now into our geometry nodes for our Bezier curve here, we can actually choose the normal plank. And now we do have our planks. And also we can increase the number and do all that good stuff that we did before. Alright, so here's the second geometry node. Alright, so I got the square plank in, and the second geometry node has a little bit of a, let's say, condition. You cannot actually draw the fence however you want, okay? Because this one has a little bit of a special model to it. You will see when I'm doing it exactly what I mean, but basically you will always need the curve to be straight, which again for fences works in like 99.9% of the cases. And the other one is, you know, for all the other like messed up stuff you can think of. I hope in the future I can actually do this one as well, like the others. But at least for now, for version 1, this is what it gets, right? So basically what you want to do is get the Bezier curve, A, to select all the vertices, S, Y, and 0, and basically you have it right here, right? And it looks pretty okay. Now you get the geometry nodes again, and let's get the logarithmic fence. That's the second one I was talking about. And I'm gonna take the collection 2, which is the square plank right here, and this is the addition. So actually, let me duplicate this, and instead of this one, I will actually use the normal fence. So the difference is, while this one was basically just straight and modifying the scale a little bit between them, this one actually has an exponential growth until the middle plank, and that's also the problem. So let me actually show you what the problem will become. So if you move this like this, they basically meet in the middle to basically create you that effect. And if you do that, this will be kind of the mirrored part, the mirror version of your first half of the fence. So that's why you don't really want to do it. Again, maybe in the future I can come up with a version where you can draw it however you want and actually from time to time still spike it. I think it's pretty possible and it's not that hard necessarily, but for now I have this version, which for me was anyway a little complicated to get to, because you need to know one node, and I'm going to show you that node. Don't worry, I will explain you how I did it, but let me explain you how you work with this tool before everything gets out of control. Okay, so these are the two versions that you get, all right? And this is not everything that you have to do, okay? You would have to do one more thing. You gotta go to shading, right? And in the shading editor, you will see that this actually works for me already, right? Because this has the materials, because they already know where the materials come from. Now, because we will append a blend file, you can actually get the material for the support plank. Easy peasy. It's not, you know, you have the blend file, you can take it from there. It's a procedural one, it's fine, it's going great. However, the others are not. The others are actually custom made. So to get them, what you want to do is actually, you know, create your material, get an image texture, open, go to, well, wherever this will be saved. I will probably zip all of them right here. Right now I don't have them connected. Again, this is before I actually uploaded it, so keep that in mind. So actually I have it right here. Let me see, procedural fence, the materials, and these are all the materials that you will see. And let's go for the basic. This is the spiked one. Where is the square plank basic? Right here. So you will have the color, which you can put in, and you have it right here. Then you can open another one in the same folder and get the roughness, and one more time for the charm, and let's actually also get the normal. So now you have all three. So you have the color, the roughness, and the normal. And if you paid attention to the beginner tutorial where I did talk about how to, bake textures and what are the 3 most important nodes, you remember these are the ones. Okay, one more thing you will want to do is actually UV unwrap this, but because they're planks, they're pretty easy to do. You just smart UV unwrap them and you'll get that. Of course, these are mainly created for this planks specifically, so you shouldn't have to worry about UV unwrapping anymore because they were created for these already. But in case they're not or they have a problem, try to do that before. But again, usually that should not be a problem. And now all you gotta do is connect these 3. Now the normal map, the normal map, you have to actually connect it to a normal map node before you actually go and connect it to normal. Make sure the input is in the color and the strength is set to 1 or 2. Usually I find that 2 works a little better. And also you have to apply the material right here to our material. And as you can see, it looks the same, okay? But let's change it a little bit and let's say, okay, that's cool and all, but of course it's not gonna work for this one because it couldn't. It's not made for it. But you know what? I'm going to choose this one. And so it changed basically all of them. And that's how this works, okay? You will have each variation basically for each of the planks in a zip folder right there. All you have to do is search for the material that comes for the certain plank. And afterwards you're ready to go. You have all the files that you need, you have it set up, and from there on it should just be easy peasy. You shouldn't really mind it anymore. Let me see. What else can you control about your fence though? Because that's the important version. Now on the main one, in the specific one, there are not so many things you can control. So again, the big advantage on this one is that you can create it however you feel like, right? And you can of course add a number of planks. You can play with the randomness of the size of the planks, and also of course the number of supports. So let's put it to like 3, and also play with the distance between those set supports. But as you can see, the distance between them, between the first one, the first 2, and the next 2 are not exactly equal. So how you can actually get around that is actually going to geometry node, go into the procedural fence node by pressing tab, and all you gotta do is actually go to the support plank position right here, and you can also play with the middle value of the Z. So you can play with this to actually make it a little more even, and that's about it. You have kind of full control over it. From here on out, you can kind of create it however you want. However, on the second version here, you have a little more control over it, right? So first things first, of course you can still control the distance between the support planks and stuff. That's a given. You can also change the vertical position of the support on this one, and of course their height, because you'll see you have some metal roads and stuff, and you will need it for this. Really, what else can you do? Let me see. You can play with its size, by the way. Not from here, sorry, with the height. So the height will actually control the size, the height, really, of the fence, and also with its exponential. So basically, how much it will affect the fence. So you can get some pretty crazy, works in here. So you can also do something like this. It's really up to you how you want it. But that's why it was really important to also be able to control the height. But yeah, you can also of course control the number of supports, but again you have to look out because on this one it's a little different and a little more restrictive, but you will be able to get this model, which actually is a little more interesting. So with this being said, this is basically what you can do. I will actually make this one have, you know, the height and the support position as well, because now thinking about it, that's actually a pretty cool option and I will want it to have. Well, the height really you can control by the scale, but it's the support position that I want you to be able to control, and I am going to put it for that as well. But that is basically how you control the tool. That is how you can use it, and yeah, basically you can have, you know, all kinds of crazy stuff. So let me, apparently I changed this by mistake. Let me just take, you know, the rod here, planks. You have all types of crazy stuff that you can do. So, you know, don't worry about the options, because those you have. Okay, options, you know, are kind of everywhere here. Let me put all this in, and look at this. You can have all this. Let me actually get the materials as well. And these are the materials. These are black because we deleted the material earlier on, but you get a point. And that's basically kind of what you get with it, which I still think it's pretty cool. And yeah, I hope you guys like this. I hope you can actually use it and make some good use of it. Let me actually make a new collection for the metal road as well. Was a normal plank? Oh, the normal plank, apparently I deleted it by mistake. No matter, because I can actually use it. So here is the rod, and for the support plank, of course, you know, you can change the height of it. Again, something that I will put also for this one so that you can play around with it. But again, I think it looks pretty interesting. I think you can have a lot of application for it. And of course, again, a lot more models and a lot more ways this fence will actually work will come in the near future. So the next 2 weeks should have another update. The $2 version should show up in the next 2 weeks. Alright, so as we talked about all this, there's actually one more thing I need to say, and that is, as you can actually see right above my head, this is a link. This link you'll actually find in the description. Actually, it's going to be probably one of the only things that you'll find in the description to be easier for you to see. And it is a WeTransfer link, because unfortunately there was nothing really I could have done for you to get this for free. I tried a few methods. I tried Sketchfab. For some reason it didn't upload the file. Don't ask me why. I don't really get it. I tried it with a bunch of other Blender files. It did work. This one just didn't. I guess it doesn't take in consideration if you have geometry nodes in it or something. I can't tell for sure because I don't get it. But yeah, it doesn't really matter because we finally got this done. I also tried Patreon and stuff like that, but unfortunately I couldn't have made it for free. I should have put at least the $3 price, and I didn't want to do that because I don't think it's necessary. Blender Market unfortunately has period where they have to basically check the information about you to see if you're legit, and that will take another 2 weeks. So, you know, there's that. I couldn't wait that much. So there's this kind of last hope. At least it was the main one that got into my head. And also kind of makes sense, because if you're a subscriber to the channel and, you know, you follow the videos pretty thoroughly and stuff, you will actually have 7 days to actually get this for free. However, if you somehow get to this video and you're not, for some reason, you know, able to get this, and I still don't have the Blender Market account for some reason, you know, uploaded and stuff. I think uploaded was the word, but doesn't matter. What will happen is you can leave it in the comments, and I will make another link for you guys to get, and I will give it to you as a post on YouTube or something. We'll figure that out. But basically, if you don't find it, just leave it in the comments, and it's all good. We'll put it right there. So hopefully until this WeTransfer goes expires, I will have the Blender Market account, and I will be able to actually post my files there so that you can actually get it a little easier. Alright, so with this actually being said, this is kind of the end. Also, I hope you enjoyed the video that I made for today, which is the second part for the neon sign, and it's actually not even that much about that as much as how to use simple stuff. So yeah, please use the tool, tell me if everything is okay, tell me if you want any improvement to it, and actually give me ideas for more stuff like that, because I really enjoy to create them. And don't forget, please subscribe to the channel if you actually like this kind of stuff, because we can do it even better than this. Bye guys.